Maya Gottfried is the author of several books. In Vegan Love, she offers a wealth of information about veganism and how to navigate relationships while maintaining a cruelty-free lifestyle. She is also author of the acclaimed children's book, Our Farm, by the Animals of Farm Sanctuary, and Good Dog, which both lovingly celebrate the individual personalities and unique spirits of animals through poetry. Maya also contributes her expertise on veganism and animal rights for print and online publications such as Huffington Post, Veg News, People Online, and Lilith Magazine. With me now is Maya Gottfried, and she just released her new book, Vegan Love. Maya, welcome to Plant Based.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Great to have you.
Thanks.
Tell me about your vegan journey.
Oh, so I went vegan and was diagnosed with cancer within 2 months of each other. Oh. So it was quite a big period in my life. Mm-hmm. I went vegan for the animals, and I went vegan because I could no longer deny the pain and suffering I was causing by eating animal products.
Right.
Then when I was diagnosed with cancer and began my treatments, I read a book called The China Study, which got into how eating animal products fuels the fire of cancer. After I read that book, I was also vegan for health reasons.
And what inspired you to write Vegan Love?
So Vegan Love came to be after my own experiences dating. Mm-hmm. After I recovered from cancer and my treatments, I re-entered the dating scene, a relatively new vegan. Mm-hmm. So a few people suggested to me that I not tell the men I was interested in that I was vegan. They thought it would deem me as high maintenance. Oh. Yeah, and one family member even said to me, it's not a wise decision for a woman of your age to be a vegan.
Oh, wow.
Like, I shouldn't even be vegan.
Really?
So, yeah, so I looked inside myself and I was like, I'm vegan for really great reasons. Mm-hmm. I'm saving animals' lives, I'm saving myself from the cancer coming back, and I'm saving the planet. So I decided to be an out and proud vegan.
Can a vegan be happy dating a meat eater?
So this is a really interesting question because it's different for everybody. Some vegans will be totally comfortable dating a meat eater, and for some vegans, it's actually painful for them to sit across the table from someone with an animal on their plate. The important thing I found was that people look inside themselves and really recognize and respect what they're comfortable with. Mm-hmm. And the great news is that I interviewed more than 30 vegans when I was writing this book. And what I found was that when women live their authentic vegan selves, the meat eaters in their life, which is often their romantic partner, usually move in a vegan direction. Mm-hmm. They'll begin to cut the cruelty out of their diets, and in many cases go completely vegan. Mm-hmm. So a vegan dating a meat eater is not only possible, but it can be a great form of advocacy.
So do you recommend people share on the first date that they're vegan?
Well, you want to be sensitive about this, but also, again, respect yourself as a vegan. Mm-hmm. First dates often involve a meal. So you don't want to get into a situation where you're sitting across from someone in a restaurant with your arms crossed because you can't eat anything. Right. So if you are going out to dinner or lunch with someone on a first date, just gently let them know that you're vegan before you go to the restaurant, and maybe ask to look at the menu so to make sure that you can eat something.
What are the benefits of dating another vegan?
So I spoke with a lot of vegan women when I was writing the book, and they shared some really interesting points about what are some of the benefits of dating another vegan. One woman brought up that she doesn't want to kiss someone that's just drank a coffee with cow's milk in it.
That's right.
So that's definitely a benefit. Mm-hmm. Another benefit is if you're hanging out at each other's houses, you don't have to open the refrigerator and see something that makes you feel badly. Mm-hmm. And another thing that some of the vegan moms brought up with me was that when you're trying to raise your children vegan, it can be very helpful to have a vegan co-parent.
And as you know, it's wedding season. Tell me about wedding preparations for a vegan would look like.
So this was a really fun chapter of the book to write, the weddings chapter. I spoke with a lot of vegan brides who were so creative in how they were planning their wedding. One of the brides I spoke with got married in the early 2000s, and she talked about how hard it was to find a vegan wedding cake. So she decided to bake it herself, which I thought was so great. And she got her husband's family involved, so it became like a family project. But that's not the case these days. There are vegan bakeries popping up everywhere.
Right.
So a lot of people can find a vegan wedding cake. But if you can't, Erin McKenna's Bakery, which has a few locations in the United States, will ship a vegan wedding cake.
Really?
Yes, anywhere in the country, and your caterer can assemble it. So they ship the components, and then the caterer assembles it.
Oh, that's great. So what type of vegan dresses can one find?
Well, this is interesting because most high-end wedding gowns are made of silk, which is definitely not vegan.
That's right.
So when I was researching the book, I discovered that when we drop our old ideas, just like we do with the food, the window opens to a wonderful assortment of vegan options. I discovered this wonderful bridal gown designer, Tara Lynn Bridal, in Vermont. She works out of her studio in Vermont. She can make any of her bridal gowns completely vegan. You can get one all white, but she also does gowns with the most beautiful, colorful embroidery. So I love her gowns, and I would totally get married in a Tara Lynn bridal gown. Another company I found was the Cotton Bride, and they will also make any of their gowns completely vegan. And the Cotton Bride, it's more of like a classic look.
Okay.
But you can really find what you want in a vegan gown once you drop your old ideas.
How about vegan makeup?
So, you know, most makeup artists don't work with vegan makeup. And there are a few now who do work exclusively with vegan makeup, more and more as the vegan movement grows. But if you live in an area where there's no vegan makeup artist, what you can do is bring all of your own wonderful vegan makeup to the table. You hire the artist whose work you love, and then you just invite them to work with your products exclusively. You want to make sure you also provide them with brushes, because their brushes may not be vegan.
Right.
I've worked with makeup artists this way a few times, and it's great because not only do you get beautiful vegan makeup, but if you pay attention to what they're saying, you'll learn about how to use your products.
And you can get vegan makeup online, so
Yeah.
it's really easy.
Yeah, there's so many companies making vegan makeup these days. And there are also companies that are vegan friendly that often have a page at their website that lets you know which of their products are vegan.
Wow, that's great. I just want to mention that your book that you wrote before, Vegan Love, Our Farm, I read this to my sons every night before bed.
Oh, thank you. That's
And
so
they love it.
Sweet. Yeah, this was my last book before Vegan Love, and it's written all about the real life animals that were rescued by farm sanctuaries. So all of the animals in the book the poems are based on the real personalities of the animals.
Exactly.
rescued.
I noticed that each animal has a specific personality that it makes sense, and it's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Maya, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be right back. Veganism is not just what you put on your plate. It extends to your lifestyle as well. If you're kind to animals, you translate those values to your wardrobe. It affects your personal space and outlook on life.